and welcome everybody out there in Twitch and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. I know that I am enjoying myself watching all of these players fool around mostly. Yeah, that's more or less what we're doing at this point in time. So before we jump into the action, we have a few short announcements that we always have to make, the start of which is going to be, if you are watching this on YouTube, you should give us a like on the video. You should comment as well. Tell us what you like about it, what you don't like, what you would also like to see, and subscribe to us so you don't miss out on any of our games. We upload incredibly frequently, and starting probably by the time this one is posted, you will see about 14 uploads a week. We're going to be on top of this. So if you'd like to watch live, go over to our Twitch channel. Our schedule's down in the description below. You can hang out there, hang out with all of us. And if you are interested in joining in to our pay-to-play community, consider joining our Patreon. Once you're inside of the Patreon, you'll be added to a wait list for any games and slots that are opening, which reminds me I have to open up one of the slots and reach out to the people who are currently on that wait list. We move through them at a fairly decent pace nowadays, and by the start of the new year, we're anticipating having even more open slots for people to join into, without any extra stress on myself, so that's what I'm looking forward to. But I believe that is going to be everything, so let's get back into the action. Kuma. You walk around the landscape, searching high and low for any symbols of people that you would easily recognize. Companions or friends of friends, even. Give me an investigation roll.
We'll use the session inspiration to try and get this high.
You are more than welcome to try. 16. You go over to many of the shops, and as you try the doors, most of them are locked. The ones that are unlocked, you look inside, and all of the goods are completely gone. All of the stock inventory is gone. You walk around a little further, head into some of the more personal houses of people that used to live here, and start looking for symbols outside or any type of dissertation of friends. No luck. Then you come up with a brilliant idea. You go back to the jailhouse, and then you go downstairs into the actual jail. And there are no prisoners here. None at all.
Huh.
It seems when you're dealing with a catastrophic event, even looters say, fuck this shit, I'm out. It is unfortunate, but, maybe the next town you can try.
Port Zune,
Nicodranas, Port Damali. Have fun, but Feolin is dry of crime right now. I mean, as far as you know, the only criminal in this town is you.
I'm not a criminal. I'm a bounty hunter.
In some states, that's a crime.
You commit some crimes, buddy. You do some fucked up shit, too.
No one else does this.
Yeah, no, I think people would know. You're pretty good, but you're not you're not Mary good. There's a difference,
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Alrighty.
There goes that idea.
Silrin, I would like for you to give me an intelligence check. Jackie will sit kind of like across from you while you're doing this. Silrin is kind of in the other room, doing things. You're not sure. But go ahead. Since Jackie can understand all language, he can help you.
Did you mean Dorzen? Because you said Silrin twice.
Oh, shit. Dorzen. Go ahead. Give me that intelligence check. Jackie is helping you.
I would like to use my session inspiration on this.
Go right ahead. Oh, no, you don't use the inspiration. I said he's helping you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Jesus, you guys have me fucked
love
up.
that headband.
Yeah. 10. After a couple of hours of this conversation, he's trying not to just tell you suck at this. He's trying very hard to find solutions and constructive criticism. But it turns out you were never very good at talking to people anyways, let alone talking to people in ways that you're not good at talking. Oh, that's weird. However, the entire time, you do have Data, who is just watching and goes, I can still cast that spell. It might help, a little bit. Push comes to shove. I can try. And anybody could understand you. Everybody, if I use that spell.
Sure.
Yeah, I can. Yeah. And she looks down like, oof, that was hard to watch. In the other room, Silrin, what were you doing again? Were you gonna start with the attunement or do something else?
I mean, if we have time, one of the things he's gonna do is attune to that staff, because we might as well. It could be useful. And then also, I was going to basically, I don't have move earth, but I have control water and
Let's
other
start with one thing at a
spells.
time. Staff.
Yeah.
You go into the other room, away from everybody, or would you rather be outside?
I think I would probably rather be outside, still away from everyone, but outside.
So you take the staff, travel out closer towards the beach, and begin attuning. You start focusing on this staff, and as you do so, it becomes heavier and heavier. The weight of holding it up becomes very difficult. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Wait, quick question. Is this magic?
No.
Fuck.
You're not resisting anything. You're just... I'm testing your prowess. 14. You fixated yourself on the staff. You're aware of its presence. It feels heavier than a quarterstaff usually does, and heavier than it did just a few moments ago. Though you don't detect any difference from the staff yet. So, you also want to go out into the waters and tell me your idea.
Yeah, so basically what Sani had mentioned before about moving Earth was create ramparts or something out of the dirt,
create a large gap so that when the creature gets in, you collapse the gap and it's stuck in there.
Alright, well, I was basically what I was gonna Someone was gonna do was he was gonna control water to make part the water, make a trench and stuff, and then Sani and his other druid underlings would be able to work with that not watery area to make what he wanted.
Okay. How long does control water last?
It lasts 10 minutes. 10
How many
moments.
times can you cast it?
Well,
keep in
if I
mind you're
don't
out of
count-
your 6th level.
Yeah, if I don't count my higher level spell slots, 3. If I do count my other higher level spell slots, 6.
Okay. So 1 hour at most.
I'm not going to use my higher level spell slots for that though.
Okay, so 30 minutes. When you iterate this to them, they all kind of scratch the back of their head. Yeah, buddy, have you ever tried digging that amount of... No.
Have you ever tried summoning some maybe badgers or something to assist?
No, I can't do that. Data, can you, She shakes her head no. And she's just kind of like looking at the water. Yeah, 30 minutes isn't a lot of time. But...
You know what? Well, I'm just going to pull one out of Mary and Kuma's book here, and we'll wing it.
Wise words! He slaps you on the back and just begins walking away.
That's not the word. Sorry, just as he's walking away, someone just comments, "That's not the word I would use for it," and then follows after.
Around this time, Mary, you come back looking for them. Sani looks over at you and at S and just goes, "How we doing?" Another glisten. It's weird. It just ding.
Looking good, Sonny. We're doing well, I think.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Did you have anything specific in mind? Or worries, concerns?
Oh, lots of concerns. But I'm gonna, take one from your book and wing it.
Okay, yeah, that works fabulously. Almost every time.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That's the motto of this group.
Yep.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Weren't you going to ask him something, Mary?
Oh, righty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just wondering if you, we found a captain, and we're going to do a short reconnaissance trip with the boat, just to go out and check out the place that the fish told you about, and see what he has to add. In regards to tactics or any input he might add, basically.
Yeah, I'd love to talk to him. Yeah, sure. Wait. Oh, hi, you're the captain, huh? Yes, I'm the captain. Good to meet you. Good to meet you. All right. So how good are you at digging underwater? And he just starts walking with him over in that area. This plan is going so well. So well.
I actually just did have a thought too. I did mention in the chat I ritually cast water breathing on the party and anyone else who would need it. I could technically just wild shape and as a giant badger and start digging underwater.
That is a great idea. I was waiting to see how long it takes the druid to realize they can be anything.
Hey, I'm not used to playing druid, okay?
I know, but I don't want to tell you the answer. Like, just...
Fine. I eventually just tell Sonny, you know what? Fuck it. I wild shape and dig a thing underwater as a badger. A giant badger.
Why does it always have to be badgers?
Dude, badgers
Because
are
badgers
terrifying.
Yeah, and they don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
Yeah, but they're not very aquatic.
They can bug you all day and never get tired of it.
Well, no,
Yeah,
he casts water breathing on everybody. He maintains that regardless.
Yeah, it's not concentration.
I mean, in all honesty, what are those things? Are there still badgers? The things that like float in otters. Otter would probably be a good
Otters,
one
yeah.
too.
Or beavers.
Otter's
Beavers.
just too adorable.
You could be a dire beaver.
Oh.
I mean, you
What
don't
about-
want to be something with a swim speed. That would just be crazy.
Yeah,
What about a dire otter?
dire otter.
Like seriously, a dire otter sounds adorable and deadly.
Let's
Exactly.
be honest here. The hippo would decimate that cliffside.
You could be a hippo.
Dire hippo.
Oh, God.
Dire
I think
hippo's
a
a little too high of a CR. Let's be
Yeah, I was
real.
gonna say.
Hippos
That's-
are already dire beasts. What are you talking about?
Yeah. The most deadly of aquatic animals, the hippo. No, that's real. They
You think
are.
He's making
Yeah.
shit up. Hippos
Yeah,
are
no.
monsters.
I thought that was the stingray.
I will say though, wild shape though. I am limited to 1 CR because not.
Yeah, you're stuck at dire otter. Hippos are CR2.
Jeez.
No, really, I have an entire bestiary. Like,
No, I'm just saying though. Like, yeah, I'm gonna just shape into whatever would work to dig this thing underwater.
a dire otter. Cool. And how long does your wild shape last?
I think it like an hour or as long as I want. I got 2 of them though, so and I get them back with short rest. Let me double
An
check.
hour per druid level or
Oh
something.
god, that was more text than I thought.
Giant badger CR 1/4, so you're good. Yeah. Yeah, this is why Druid is the most complicated class in the game. Arguably, Artificers. I still
Hours
think Druid.
equal to half your level, rounded down.
Oh
Alright.
shit, no, hours?
You could do this all
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
That's
So-
why wild shape is freaking useful.
As the giant badger, you have a burrow speed of 10 feet, which means every 6 seconds you burrow 10 feet. Every minute, you burrow 60 feet. Okay?
I would like to
Or,
add.
no, is that 10 times 10? 100 feet every minute.
I would like to add this random insert. Dig-a-tana, dig-dig-a-tana, dig-a-tana, dig-dig-a-tana.
I hate you all so much.
Well, and then every so often someone just pokes his head out. What was that? Sorry.
Anyways,
For the craven come.
I do need you to give me a con save as the giant badger, which has a +2 to its con.
I'll just roll a d20.
Yep.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Alrighty. You last about 2 hours before you crawl, or before other people come by and they see you just floating in the water, relaxing because you are so fucking tired.
Wait, we went out there?
Huh?
We went out there?
No, I mean, not you guys, the party. I mean, the other people helping and stuff. You see Sani.
I just imagine like regular people that walk by. It's like, is that a badger?
Just waves. But anyways, yeah. Sani comes out and sees you like just floating around because you're fucking exhausted, dude. It's hard to dig. You dug for like an hour straight, which, to be fair, did dig around a 300-foot wide, 40-foot deep trench. Which is an insane amount of territory. But that's all you got in you for today. You're tired. So, everyone else? Jimmy, I assume you're doing something. Are you doing anything unique or just attaching the cannon?
Setting up a way to attach the cannon, relaying if Mary is nearby the properties of the cannon, because her original intent was to have a way to peel off a piece of this thing. That's not exactly what this cannon's gonna do.
So what can it do?
I explain, and it does a lot of magical damagey things.
Right, well, seems
Do you
like
have
that
the-
could be...
Do you have the official name of it? Sorry to cut you off.
Yes, it's arcane cannon.
It's Arcane Cannon.
Pull it up again.
I was
Well,
gonna
it
make it.
seems to me like that is also within sort of the goalpost of what we're trying to achieve. If it can deal a lot of damage, it can probably cut off pieces of it, right?
I mean, if we're in trouble and it's it or us, I definitely feel better having it. I'm just, if we need to escape, it might weigh down the boat a little bit. So it's kind of, you pick your poison.
Also, I just gave you all access to see it.
Yeah.
It's a big gun.
So, to quote my favorite abridged anime of all time, bitches love cannons.
Yes.
Are you calling me a bitch? No.
Do you love
That's right,
cannons?
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna make a character now who's an artificer, and their name's gonna be bitches.
Oh God.
You got me a present?
So Mary, what's the call?
On using the cannon, you mean?
Mhm.
Oh, do we have to decide now what kind of?
You're deciding now because
You're in charge.
You're
Right.
letting me know whether or not we're putting it on there.
Yeah, we're putting it on. We're using it.
Okay,
Of course
I'll
we
get
are.
everything ready. Just yep. I'll need probably Kuma or Dorzin once we're prepared to put it on there.
Ooh, I
I-
have an idea for it.
Ichi
maybe.
will walk over and go, I can help you. What? I'm
Someone
not
say
really
my
doing
name.
anything. Oh, Kuma. Okay.
Ichi's not the big guy. Sani.
No, Sani is the naked guy, kind of big, surfer big, surfer big. Ichi's the guy who wears the shell-based scale mail, fairly bulky but shorter. I mean, way taller than you, of course, but like shorter than Sani.
You're not able to carry that thing, are you?
I mean, one way to find out. He goes over and squats down. Let me roll an athletics check. He
Like
like
this
lifts.
50-pound thing.
It's 800 pounds.
Yeah, it's awkward. He like barely lifts it up, maybe like on one side, and then just. Holy
Oh.
shit!
That was really good. You did actually lift it.
Oh my god. And in him doing that, because Mary, you're super observant. This dude's fucking ripped under his armor. Like he's built.
This is Sani.
No, this is Ichi, the
Mr.
quiet,
Ichi,
shy young guy.
Would you be willing to give it one more try? But I think I'm gonna help you out a little bit.
Sure.
Here, try drinking this, and he like pulls out this red vial and just drink it and count to 5.
Yeah.
The druids believe in
Show me
dope.
how you can do it, Ichi. And I flex my pecs as well.
That's a different thing on you.
Bardic inspiration.
Still inspiring. Yeah. Are you a D10 yet?
No, D6.
D6, thank you.
You need a hand?
What are you giving him? And he'll look. Sure. Yeah. I mean, I can try, but yeah.
There you go. He's about to grow into a whole.
Oh. Wouldn't it make more sense to make this smaller?
I haven't actually worked that out yet. It'd be the reverse of the process. Probably not as hard, but if this is success, do you feel okay? Can you see everything?
I mean, my field of depth got shorter, but I mean, I can see.
I can't believe it's working.
Wait,
I
that
haven't
you
actually
didn't know
tested
that
it,
would.
Mary.
Okay. He goes over, squats down, and he has a JoJo's moment where his pants become way too tight and his thighs become way too defined, and then just slowly lifts. He gets it about like 3 or 4 inches off the ground, and then just starts stepping over towards the keel boat very, very slowly. He is highly encumbered right now, but he gets over there before the minute ends and just dents the entire dock inside of the shed. Oh, wow. That's his.
I can't believe it worked. Oh my gosh.
He looks at you weirdly, Jimmy, and goes, "What color was your bow tie?"
It's blue, of course.
I'm colorblind.
Hold on 1 second, and
Yeah.
I take care of him.
I thought you said the side effect of that was shrinkage.
He looks at you. I did get smaller, yeah.
I might need to work out a couple tests, but it's good job.
Kuma, as the alpha of the party, roll me an athletics check.
Rage.
By the way, he rolled a 6 on your inspiration, so that helped a lot. 17. You can barely lift up one side. Like, very, very. It's 800 pounds, and it's an awkward weight. It's not like an 800-pound cube or something. Like, you could probably squat 800 pounds as Kuma, realistically.
I roll for shits and giggles. He's not there.
I mean, we can say Dorzen walks by with Jockey still talking and goes, "Oh, hey, let me try." And go ahead. Yeah, you get about the same as Kuma. Turns out Ichi is the strongest of all of you. Based off of rolls.
Counter would have kicked his ass.
Conneroth would have yeeted it through the boat. Like, that's...
So I finished locking it down and then showing Mary how it works properly. So at least one other person knows.
One thing I will need you to do, this cannon is too heavy to be naturally supported by a keelboat. Keelboat's weight carrying capacity is around 1,400 pounds. With your party, and that is over the weight capacity. So I do need you to give me an intelligence check. Tinkerer's check using intelligence.
Tinker's tools.
Yes.
Intelligence. Okay.
I also had an idea for Jimmy before. Before we sort of mounted it. Jimmy, do you think with that fire jet setting, is it possible to like use it for propulsion?
Well, yeah. Pretty much the fire, the lightning could probably be, utilized in some type of manner with that.
Right, so if we point it, or rather, if we have the jet on the, the cannon on the back side of the boat, pointed towards whatever we're fleeing from, we could shoot it at the same time?
I mean, there is going to be a bit of kickback with it, especially the size of the boat. The problem is, I don't know if it would fit back there. Jero, would we be able to... Can we select where we put it on the boat, or is there really just like one or two good spots?
Let's make this a little easier for you. I'll give you a blank map, everyone. I'll bring you over to the blank map. And heel boat. The boat is much bigger than that.
I was about to say.
Man, we managed to squeeze onto that pretty well.
Probably like give or take this big.
Okay.
Right.
All right, so yeah, arcane cannon could.
And the gun you're gonna put on is this big.
It's large, so it's.
It is size large, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we could definitely put it on the rear of the ship. It's either going there or the front. So definitely.
Yeah.
So I'll start working on fastening it back there. Jero, I'll use my inspiration for this role.
Go for it.
But does it have to be mounted so that it's only pointing one specific way?
That's +1, because that's my dexterity roll, so
Yeah.
that's a 25.
It's a 360 swivel.
All right.
Yeah, it can be moved anywhere. Place yourself where you want it to be.
Sure.
So 25 is already a pretty damn good roll.
I'm bumping it up because artificers love to flash their genius.
And also you said you were going to use your inspiration, so roll again.
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. One more. Tinkers. I mean, it can't get better than. Oh yeah, I guess it can.
So 35.
35.
Okay. You end up placing it, and I'll use Kuma then. You said on the back of the boat?
Yeah, I'm just having trouble dragging my token. Sorry. It's
No
not
worries.
working.
I will warn you, if it's on the back of the boat, that means you cannot shoot forward because sail.
Same if we put it on the front of the boat.
You
so
couldn't
it's
shoot it
just,
backwards. Yep.
yeah.
Okay. So that means you are taking a defensive position with the boat and the cannon. Good?
That's where it's going.
Awesome. You end up creating some type of buoyancy contraption that takes the rippling kinetic energy from the blast of the cannon and shoots it into these rods that ripple into the water that will cause the boat to shake, but it won't destroy the boat from shooting it. Because this thing is incredibly heavy, and the amount of pressure that comes off of it when you shoot it, it could destroy this boat, but your buoyancy system is in place. So, it kind of has its own, like, shock suspension attached to it. And I'm gonna say that probably takes you a good 3 hours to craft.
Oh, I'll be double, triple checking it, so I don't plan on doing anything else.
We
Alrighty.
should also attach like a glass bottom for the ship. We can call our ship the Glass Cannon.
Well, I was gonna say I don't think we want to have a glass bottom on the same.
Out. Get
ship
out.
as,
Now I do.
like a glass bottom on the same ship as a heavy ass cannon.
It would be just awesome.
That's how we die.
The moment everybody walks away, Mary writes glass cannon on the back of the ship. Just give me my painting supplies.
It's a random nosebleed.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Sees a badger
Mary.
just floating in the waves.
Mary, very important thing that Jimmy tells you about the cannon. Once it's been fired, it can't fire again for 5 minutes. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean,
That is a siege weapon.
that is fuck that weapon. And it is 5 minutes?
I mean, to be fair, if we are gonna run away from something, we would want the weapon that's like fuck that to be pointed backwards.
Yeah, that's fair.
what I was thinking.
And because you can adjust between the 5 settings. Pretty good.
The question is acid, fire, frost, lightning, or poison?
You'll decide when you get there.
Probably lightning.
Anyways, was there anything else y'all wanted to do for the day?
I think I'm...
Just making sure everything's ready for whenever we decide to do this trap.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Can Dorzen drive the boat?
You and the captain are the only 2 people proficient in it.
Yay.
Oh, sorry. Ichi is also proficient in driving boats. But
okay, there's
Really important question though. What does the ship have a name from before?
it does in fact have a name from before.
Damn it. I need a new one.
It is called the Keel's Heel.
okay. Before we go out here now, we have 2 augments still in the party loot. Does anybody want to equip those before we set sail?
If it's about the command augment, Soen did take that one for his stuff.
Then take it out of the party loot.
Yeah, whenever you
Oh,
edit
okay.
it, you tell everybody, you remove it, and then you take it.
In that case, instead of taking out of the party loot, can I just edit in there that he's currently Soen has it, so that way it's like
No.
not. No.
Keeping track of every augment that everybody has is their individual responsibility. Keeping it
Okay.
publicly in a place like that, there's no reason. You guys are going to be
Okay.
filthy rich enough that if you need to trade, consider the other players and trade.
And an AC gem. Kuma, Dorzen, Mary, anybody?
I will also take that if no one wants it. Not gonna lie.
Do you have slots?
My
In
armor
armor.
has slots. Yeah.
I don't have any attunement slots open, so.
Gem slots.
Does
Yeah, you're only attuned to the items that have the augments in them. You don't attune to the augments themselves.
who's going to be sitting on the cannon?
So, quick question though.
Yeah.
Can those slots for the gems be added to like items that have already magical properties?
No. No. A masterworked item is a masterworked item specifically crafted.
Right.
So you're attuned to any number of masterworked items and or other items that you have.
Yeah.
That masterworked item can have as many augments as you have slots available filled, and it doesn't count anymore towards your attunement. That's the stacking property of these augments. That's where they become much better when you start having 2-3 augments in one. So, yeah.
So still runs down. Anybody else?
Who's sitting on the cannon?
Well, we're not at
We're
that
not
point
answering
yet.
that now.
Let's.
We're answering who's taking the AC gem. Okay, Silrin's got it. Cool.
Cool.
Okay.
So you all get back inside of the guard station to go over these things, the specifics of the plan. Trent comes back, of course. So, I hear that you all have a plan to potentially kill one of these creatures or trap it. Correct?
Yeah, that's the general idea.
Yeah.
I would like to be nearby when you do this all. Not on your vessel, but I will follow from my own distance.
All right. I don't see any problem in that.
Good.
Was Sylvan here when we met him?
No.
Who's this person?
Oh, my name is Trent Igathon. I am an archmage of the Windalian Empire. It is a pleasure to meet you. Very old, liver-spotted human.
Yeah, no, I'm.
Yeah, he's the one who who appointed me as leader. So
Yes. The wisdom you expressed and your willingness to consider things outside the box make you very astute to handle situations such as this. You should all be very happy that you have such a wonderful leader at your disposal.
Indeed, as well as her ability to take all the consequences involved with that role as well.
consequences of making the right moves.
He
And the
just
wrong
nods.
ones.
Very good. So, that is a wondrous staff that you have there, sir.
It's a staff. It gets the job done.
He smiles at you like, "Aw, sweetie."
Yeah, no, Sylvan knows it's more, but
Yeah.
he's, Sylvan.
Your party seems to be incredibly well outfitted. I have to say, I have not come across such capable individuals in my many years.
Well, the reason is that when you're a good leader, you need to have a good staff as well. So,
Oh my god.
It is important to understand that. He nods in agreement.
and I sort of, that was a pun. But yeah.
Just out of curiosity, Mr. Ikathon hasn't noticed Pyremaw, has he?
Oh, roll me a perception check.
I clicked it. There it goes.
I mean, he's looked at it as he has looked and evaluated all of you. But you haven't noticed him, like, lingering on it. But yes, so I will leave a familiar with all of you, if that is favorable. And I will stay a reasonable distance away from what is happening.
Very well. I don't see any. I don't have any complaints.
Oh, gotcha. And you called him Icky Thong? Ooh.
No, I didn't call him that in
Yeah.
character.
Ugh.
Yet.
I mean, yeah, yet.
Uma, you seem to be eyeing this device thing. Did you want to see how it works?
What device?
The one over on the ship there.
I'm speaking to Kuma.
Oh, I was just wondering who's going to be manning it since I'm probably going to be up in the front.
Well, I showed Mary how it works. I'm sure she'd be capable, but if you want to take a look, I can show you how it works too.
Well, I'm not sure I'd be able to perform like a sneak attack with that thing.
What do you mean? What's a sneak attack?
Well, you know, when you attack on an enemy when they're a bit distracted, unable to defend themselves properly, you know.
Pressing the button sends off an alarm.
I just quick question, Jimmy, just out of curiosity, would you be interested in making more of those sort of cannons in the future?
Well, I've already got the schematic here, and he like holds it up, but it's not finished. I need a lot more time to finish it. This is just like the basic components.
That is incredible. Trent looks down at it.
Yeah, it's kind of shorthand. I didn't have a lot of time to clean up, but all the necessary information's there.
After all of this is over, Jimmy, if you are interested in speaking to the technicians of such items, I can introduce you to the right people if you would like.
You know people that create things like this?
I am the Archmage, one of the Archmages of the entire Empire. I know almost everybody of importance.
Jimmy just smiles and he's like turning to the rest of the party like, this is great.
Yeah, we're making friends everywhere we go. This is superb.
So, while you're all kind of just, you know, hanging out, Silverin and Dorzin, both of you notice Jackie is trying to not stare, but he keeps staring at the staff.
Anything you'd like to comment on as well?
Can
Speak
you?
up.
He shakes his head no.
Is there a reason why you can't?
Later.
He just starts staring at the floor instead.
I don't know when it's going to happen, but Silwyn would like to say something to Jimmy once Ikathon's out of, hearing distance.
Probably when you all start heading back over to the estate.
I'm just gonna ask Ikathon a quick question.
Yeah.
So Trent, I have a question.
Yes.
We're gonna use this cannon, but I was wondering if you've or any of the people who have been in combat with these things, have you noticed any? Well, do they seem to be particularly vulnerable to any kinds of? Well, I mean, are they weaker against lightning, say, or anything like that?
The only things I recall, Vexalia talking about is mundane weaponry seem to have no effect against them whatsoever. As well as, well, given their size, I don't think you'll be able to hold it down through simple magical means.
Yeah.
So it's immune to grapple, restrain, prone conditions, and it is immune from all damages from all weapon types unless they are magical.
Ooh. Ooh.
Gotcha.
It's a good thing all of us have magic weapons.
It's like a high-level party can handle this thing, maybe.
Well, not all of us have magical
Smack the
weapons.
person who let
Wait,
this
Mary,
out.
you don't have a magic weapon?
I used to have a +1 short bow. I had to give that away, and now I don't have. any magical.
Wait, you have an augment in your
Knife?
crossbow, right?
in my I don't have a crossbow.
No, I think you're thinking of a different one.
Oh,
This is the party that doesn't have much
yeah.
augmented stuff because we got it really late.
Yep. Looks like you don't really have much in that way, but you do still have magic.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't it your
God.
short bow that has the augment? Or you had something that...
I
got something
used
with
to
an
have
augment
a +1 short bow before we introduced the augment system. I had to give that away.
Yep.
And now I just have a regular short bow.
Oh, you never got a +1 short bow or anything like that.
Giant
Okay.
magical cannon that's sitting.
Yeah, that only fires once every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Hey.
It's something.
But I can't use or is it still possible to get like a regular +1 short bow?
You would have to get a masterwork short bow with a +1 augment in it. However, you
Exactly.
are talking to an archmage of the Empire.
Right.
You want to explain to him this system if he doesn't already know it exists.
Oh, he knows.
The problem is that I'm already filled with attunement slots.
This is the
Or
difficulty
I'm
of it.
using the attunement slots for stuff.
Yeah. Might need that Mystic Conflict suit.
It's a good feat.
Or Artificer.
It's a good class.
Yeah.
Magic weapons.
Freaking Jimmy is gonna be so decked out by the end of this campaign.
Full-fledged mecha suit.
He is Iron
So-
Man.
If
If you
there's
say mecha suit, I say Jimmy's building a Gundam Colossus.
What are you saying, Mary?
so Trent, if they're not, well, my bow here is really not very magical at all.
Really?
Um,
That seems very unfortunate for you. Do
right.
you have
Would you be
a
able-
preference of type of weaponry that you wish to utilize?
Well, I do prefer the bow, but I would need well, we're using a different kind of, well, I need it made in a special way so that it can fit these magical gems.
Yes, augmentation. I'm very aware of it.
All right, yes.
There is a way to get around that, of course, for things such as bows. The ammunition in itself can be magical.
Right.
Are you in need of ammunition?
Yes. I would very much need some magical ammunition then if we were going to fight this thing.
S. Seated over in the chair, S stands up. You go get Reggie and get all of the, well, available bolts or arrows he has, please. S just excuses himself. You should have it before the morning.
All right. Thanks.
Well, if you are working with all of us, there's no reason we cannot be more accommodating. I'll deduct it from whatever you make off of this if we all survive.
That's fair enough.
Roll me a d20, please. Mary?
Oh.
You get one arrow!
This is a bad day.
No, you get 1 plus 5. So, you have 6 plus 1 arrows.
Ooh.
All right.
Pick your shots.
Yeah.
Oh.
It is...
Stop. Jimmy heard this.
Yeah.
I have 9 walloping ammunitions, which I believe are magical, right?
Yeah.
Because they have the property to knock something down too.
Yeah, it's
So
magic.
I am giving you those 9 arrowheads, and you can
Okay.
fix them to bolts,
Sure.
whatever you
Is
want.
that also a +1?
It's not a +1. It's just magical in that it has the property. It can knock something down when it hits it.
Okay.
They have to succeed on a DC 10 strength check.
All right.
If
Well,
you're using it
things
against
are
this
immune
creature,
to it.
that won't matter, but
Yeah.
it still counts as magical, so it doesn't
alright.
immediately become immune to your damage.
And
Does-
I'm not going to be using them anytime soon, so might as well take them.
Yeah.
Does it have a boxing glove on the end of the arrow?
Pretty much, that's what it is. It's like green arrow
Impact.
with Yep.
So you have 6 plus 8. All right.
Yeah.
6 plus 1s, 8 pink arrows.
I had nine of those.
9 and then 6. So you have a good amount of ammunition. At least for this fight, you hopefully won't run out. And of course, after you use it, it's gone. It doesn't
If you want the
retain
D&D
magic.
version, it's called Walloping Ammunition.
Yeah.
It should be in there.
Once you shoot it, magic's gone. But it does get around the system. So, any other preparations, or do you all prepare yourselves for a very big fight?
I will say though, before we do, like, it's a preparation, but it's not going to happen until like we're actually starting to set sail, or starting this thing. Is Sylvan will cast Freedom of Movement on, let's see, yeah, I'd say Dorzen and Kuma.
All right, we'll worry about that for tomorrow.
So if we all make it after this, then while Trent's trying to take a thought, is trying to understand more of the nature, we should probably head over to the Twinward Isles and try and rescue Vexalia while that's happening. So that way we have all the information for when we do try and actually go for Craven.
I can conduct the research while all of you are saving Vexalia. Sure.
Thank you. That way we'll have multiple sources of information to verify all findings.
Having a member of Vox Machina assisting us is something I prefer to have.
Alright, who wants to be Clouds again?
Well, it'll have to wait till tomorrow, or if maybe later if we survive this and I don't use up that sort of expenditure.
Yeah, or the day after tomorrow.
I'm confused. I thought we were fighting the thing tomorrow.
Yeah, thing tomorrow, Cloud the day after.
Okay.
Oh, so okay, we're gonna get a long rest in between then.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys want to take your time, sure.
I hate the way you say that.
Yeah, no,
The
I kept
world's
thinking-
living, things are happening. You do you.
Boo boo.
And we've already spent like 2 days here or something.
This is the second day, yeah.
Yeah, we just happened to get through Uthadern pretty quickly.
Yeah. And they've been dealing with this for a couple of weeks.
So
Which
what's
it
one
could
more
have been
day?
a lot worse if you guys didn't fart Cloud over there handle that shit in one day. Like,
You're welcome for the avalanche.
I mean, yeah, like that kind of
Yeah.
helped you.
well, we also were delayed by 3 weeks, so
Yeah,
For
there's
accidentally plane shifts.
But we
By the way, I did want to actually say that Jimmy and stuff, once Ikathon's out of earshot, Jimmy, I would recommend that you pay heed to your friend's words that she had written to you. Or do you even recall that?
You're talking about Prissa?
Yes, unless there is another dead friend that you might confuse her with. Because from what you don't. How should I phrase this in a way? You don't get to live that long as someone with that much knowledge without doing some pretty bad things, I would think. In fact, I would even say probably your friend would maybe, if she were able to live that long, would have done some bad things in between then and there, but she didn't last that long.
I don't understand.
Just watch out for those that are trying to take advantage of you, Jimmy.
Who's trying to take advantage of me?
So, I'm...
Are you talking about Dorzen? Dorzen, he's
No.
never...
No, I don't think he would try to take advantage of you unintentionally anyways. No, I'm talking about the ones smart enough to do that sort of thing, Jimmy.
Talking about Mary? She's...
No,
obviously
Jimmy,
so nice.
there's one person who recently has shown some interest in you, and you're naming everyone else but them.
Well, I mean, you started talking to me a lot, but why would you warn me about...
Off in the distance, you hear.
You're fighting with somebody with 6 wisdom. Good luck.
No, I'm aware. It's just, but yeah.
You guys see a giant lightning bolt shoot across the horizon.
And I was standing all giddy behind the cannon, just yeah.
Jimmy,
It works! It works! Look!
Yeah, I see that it works, Jimmy. I'm just wondering if you have any idea the implications of what's going to happen if more of those are made too quickly.
Well, if they're made quickly, people probably aren't going through the proper procedure. Like, they need to follow the instructions. I'll make sure the instructions are very careful and all of them get made exactly to the specifications that are laid out. We probably won't be able to get these out probably until like early next year. I'm sure Raspin will find a way. Probably there'll be some manufacturers we can sublet these out to somewhere in Mon.
Silren, stop making this worse.
No, the issue is right now is like Silren's probably gonna kill Jimmy at some point in time. Oh my
Over
God.
Dorsen's dead body.
No.
Maybe.
That could be arranged.
Oh my God.
You think you can kill Dorzen? That's adorable.
Oh, I don't need to kill him. I just need him to be restrained long enough for me to kill you. No, I would try not to do that to you, Krinsky.
I don't
Jimmy.
think that Silren, things aren't bad. They're not like, they can do bad things, but they're not bad. Nothing's bad.
Jimmy, what? Alright, so if they can do bad things, what good things can they really do?
Protect people. Help
And
people
how would you protect
live a better
someone?
life.
How do you protect people, Jimmy?
By making sure they don't get hurt.
So what you're saying is those cannons will shield people from getting hurt. They will provide a sort of protection between them and whatever's hitting them.
Absolutely.
Because that doesn't seem to be what that cannon just did.
No, but when that creature attacks us, that cannon's gonna help.
Yeah,
us.
that cannon's going to protect them the same way that a person can kill with it.
Then people shouldn't do bad things with it.
Well, unfortunately, Jimmy, people aren't as good as you would like to think sometimes.
Well, that's why all of the things I create and I sell, I warn people.
You warn
I
them?
give them all of the information.
And do you know for sure if they listen?
Well, they have to. My voice comes out of every object.
Every single.
Wait, hold on. Are you saying you magic mouth everything you've ever sold?
You were in his store. All the warnings are there. Yes, when there's mouth on them.
Oh god. I'm just imagining now Tal'Dorei World War One and stuff, like all the weapons, like they're just magic mouthing whenever they fire.
Jimmy is going to have like orphan children for generations coming after him because he's like the Tony Stark of this world.
Oh yeah, no, that's why I'm saying Sylvan might kill you before you reach that level. Anyways,
He's gonna. Sylvan might try. I would like to.
Yeah, yeah. I want
think
to emphasize try.
Bottle of
I
pills.
think you're worried about what people will do instead of hoping what they will do.
Jimmy, if you don't think about what
Wait,
they
what?
can and will do with things, then just giving blind faith in what you hope they'll do is useless.
No, faith is useless.
Guys,
And
stop
yet-
arguing over there and come try out this amazing cannon.
It has been 5 minutes.
Yes. Jimmy screams out, "Let me try the next one." We're
So-
doing poison bitches.
So Sylvan just watches Jimmy optimistically go off, but he's frowning even deeper.
So
The tree hugger and the gun maker.
It's not really a tree hugger, but
You wanted bet?
yeah. You're the reason people hate hippies.
Sylvan has never once hugged a tree intentionally.
What do you call these little teleports you do? You're giving that tree a hell of a hug.
Oh, that's something
Hey.
else.
Oh God.
The trees are telling you just come inside me.
Okay. Let's-
Yeah, I guess Dorson did finally get with a tree.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh man.
Anyways, Jimmy, you shoot off the acid spray and it shoots in a line just coating across the water and searing, sizzling, and bubbling on the surface as it doesn't join with the water very easily. But after you all play with your new toys for a period of time, eventually heading back towards the inn by yourselves. Not the inn, the house. Dijon's estate. Your first time here, Silver, and you can't help but to look around and go, this is so unnecessary. Like, really unnecessary. Absurdly unnecessary.
Wait, which part's unnecessary?
The entire thing.
The big McMansion.
Yeah. And as you're all kind of walking, Dorzen and Silverin, you're fully aware that Jockey is kind of like walking behind Dorzen.
Dorzen takes a turn away from the party so he can lead Jackie to a place to talk.
You go over towards the out of use water fountain. Everybody else heading inside? Question mark.
I actually, Sylvan would have noticed them do that, right?
Of course, yeah.
He's
Dorzen wasn't being
curious.
stealthy. You were walking together.
Yeah, he's curious, and he's going to follow them.
Okay. So you follow them in an open courtyard over to a water fountain.
Oh, I thought. Okay.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
hiding here.
Yeah,
Okay, I
no,
thought-
it's a wide open space.
You're not a shadow monk.
No. You don't blend into the shadows. You're not that edgy yet. But anyways, the two of them, or at least Jockey, looks over at you, Silverin, and then looks back down.
Wow, I've never met, until now, the definition of a beta male. This is a surprising first, and yet I don't
Okay.
quite like it.
Take a step back. If you
Are you
think he's a beta male, you need to get on his level, Gamma.
Dorzen, I don't know if you've realized this, but every time I've seen him so far, he's just put his head down, he's mumbled things. Doesn't seem like he doesn't seem like the shy type.
Yeah, he wasn't. And there's a reason for this. What can you say, Jackie?
Where did you get that stuff?
You're muted. I can't hear
yeah.
you.
I muted? Or was I really
for
quiet?
some
Mike
reason-
wasn't picking it up.
Okay, I was really
Yeah.
quiet, that's why. Where did you get that staff?
In a cave.
Behind a door that was magically sealed.
To be fair, they're the ones that discovered it. I needed some rest after. I needed some rest.
Where was the cave?
In the. I'm trying to remember the name of the mountains, Jero, but it's
Inside of the Alps over in Uthadern.
in north of Uthadern in the Alps. After
The Flotkept Alps.
in the Flotkept Alps. Why?
He looks back at you, Dorzen, and just shakes his head.
What you need to know is that that's probably more powerful or important than you think it is.
Well, if it's too dangerous and it serves as an issue to the safety of the people and the world, I'll just find some volcano and throw it in, and that should be the end of it.
That won't destroy it.
But it should discourage other people from searching for it at least.
It doesn't need to be destroyed. But you should be careful with it. It is a very heavy bird.
So, is there anything else that you can tell me about it? Or is that literally it?
He just shakes his head no again.
Jackie, would you say it is like Pyrama?
He looks at you and nods.
And that should say everything.
Actually, quick question. Do I even know what Pyramol is?
You've
'Cause I know
seen
it's-
it in action quite
I've seen
a
it's
I
a
mean,
fire hammer.
It is an amazing weapon. Like, that's what you know about it.
It was
Yeah,
also
that's
the
okay.
only thing that the freaking lady didn't take.
Lauren.
Lauren didn't take.
Lauren Iblis, Lauren.
I keep thinking Iblis, but I know I can't say that.
That's the bad one.
Dorzen will pull out Pyrama and show it to you. Do you know what this is?
It's your fancy fire hammer.
This is a weapon of divergence.
Oh, so it's a vestige then.
Yes.
I see.
And your staff is like this.
It's a little.
A little, you say.
He nods. Roll me an insight check, Sylvan. You're a very calculative person. Dorzen,
about
you
to
can
ask-
participate as well.
I was also about to ask him a question about that too. It was like, but goddamn.
Sylvan, 18. He's choosing his words very carefully, as if he's going through, like, options. Not like he's trying to lie, but like he's trying to only say specific things and be sure what he's saying is okay.
Hi, Fallout.
Yeah. Dorzen. He is trying to convey as much as possible to you, but he's, for some reason, can't.
So, you said like that. If I recall any sort of knowledge I might have about it. These vestiges usually went to beings that supported gods. Even the voice of the Tempest herself has a staff of the Wild Mother.
And
I
not
just
all good gods.
Exactly. You can't say, you're choosing not to say some things. Can nod or shake your head. Is this belong to one of the... Does this not belong to one of the gods?
Wait, is that a yes or no answer question?
It'd be
Does
yes.
this belong to not a god? Would be yes.
Okay.
If it belonged to a god, that would be no. Not
Is-
exactly.
Is it safe to assume that who it does belong to is incredibly dangerous?
No. No.
Is it because they are out of commission?
Yes.
I guess for the sake of safety, do you know of any way for them to be back in commission with this staff?
Shakes his head no.
Good. Well then, looks like I have a powerful staff that is either cursed, but regardless, I cannot show it to that halfling or that mage.
If it's anything, if it's anything how attuning to Pyramon was, it's going to test you.
It can test me all it likes.
If
I
you're
don't
found wanting, it won't give you its power.
Well, good, because I don't really want its power. I just want to be able to do what I need to do. And if it can't do that, then I won't need it. The only reason I have it right now is because it could be useful.
Jockey just starts walking back towards town.
So you said he
Don't-
wasn't like that.
Don't
Oh, sorry.
show it to Trent. Ever.
Good thing I didn't plan on it.
Didn't he already get a look at it? Or
He saw it, but he didn't get a closer look at it.
There's a difference between, that looks fun and pretty, and test driving, or, identifying, legend loring. There's a big difference between that is a lot of magic, and knowing.
There's a difference between seeing it, oh, that's a cool magic cannon, and then firing it and be like, oh, this is a cool magic cannon.
Exactly. And he quickly heads back towards town.
Yeah, it's like the difference between looking at a Lamborghini and driving a Lamborghini.
What do you know of, how should I phrase this delicately? Your friend Jimmy is a heap of trouble. Do you realize that?
he is good nature does not always lead to what he thinks it will.
Well, I'm glad someone else realizes that. Because it's good to know that someone realizes that good intentions don't always bring out the best consequences. I just hope You have a closer relationship to him than I do, and frankly, I am easily irritated by him. Do you think you could maybe teach him not to think about those sort of consequences? Because if not, then they are going to catch up quicker with him than he realizes.
Let me tell you what I know of Jimmy. He's probably the smartest damn person I've ever met. He can build things that I don't even think people have thought of, and has the best intentions with a heart of gold, and will do anything to see them through.
I never question that. It's just, frankly, he is the smartest dumb person I have ever met in my entire life.
Then you need to keep walking.
Well, let's hope tomorrow turns out well for us. And Sylvan walks away.
Back inside. Jimmy, Kuma, Mary, you have your own rooms. Would you like to do anything? Any private preparations outside of the watchful eye of the Empire's agents?
Mary, I got a question for you.
Sure.
Why did you guys join the Slayer's stake? You, Kuma?
Well, I suppose it was because we needed something to do. I mean, I that's at least why I did it. I found myself needing some different path in my life, as it were, I suppose. If you want any more detail on their intentions, you're free to ask them. But it seemed like a reasonable way to, get new experiences, new riches, as it were, I suppose. And a fair bit of prestige as well.
Didn't have a lot of money, or you just kind of like the idea of going around places you hadn't been?
Me personally, I like to go different places I haven't been before. Wasn't really never much for settling down too much in a single place, I suppose.
The white sand here is pretty nice. I've never seen anything like that before. What about you, Kuma? Why did you join up?
I mainly wanted to hunt things that actually would prove a challenge.
That's why you wanted to kill that thing.
Yeah, just before this, I used to be a bounty hunter over in Marquette, and I got tired of dealing with the same old drug dealers, all kinds of regular criminals. It just stopped being a fun thing to do. I wanted something more, you know?
Did you ever have to, like, kill any of those people, or just...
Oh, yeah. A lot of them are really bad people, Jimmy.
I'm sure
They
they
cared-
would say the same.
They cared more about themselves and their own profits than the well-being of others. They would rather put all the risk onto the other people that they're trying to sell their goods to than even care if it ended up killing them in the process. In their minds, it was, what do I care about the other person? I'm making money.
Yeah, I think I'd rather hunt down monsters than people. That doesn't sound good.
Well, at some point, you got to ask yourself, at what point does someone stop being a person and starts becoming a monster? If you know where that line is, make sure you never cross it.
Because then they have to deal with the Slayer's stake.
Yeah. Or someone who wants to see the world be better by getting rid of those monsters.
I'm not sure those monsters can ever be, well, extinct.
Not so long as there's people who have malcontent in the world.
And that's always going to be. I'd say.
Just helps that each and every day just try to get rid of one source of that and try to make the world better.
I suppose.
While you're having this conversation, this philosophical insight, the three Vessera individuals who are kind of just like standing in the archway just start slowly walking upstairs.
I got awkward real quick.
Even Sani's kind of like a little like, oh shit, they're deep. Cool. All right, maybe a little too serious for me. It's just
Like,
yeah.
Can't you hang, bro?
Yeah. He prefers chilling. Like it just.
Yeah. Every action has consequences, Shimmy. Every action.
That's chemistry.
I thought that was physics.
It's also physics.
Science.
Science.
There you go. That's science.
Oh, what's the meme?
consequences.
Science, bitches.
Some consequences can be avoided if you plan it out well enough. But anyway, I think I'm gonna go and get a good night's sleep before tomorrow.
Ready?
Hopefully we won't die fighting this primordial beast of ancient power or something. Good night.
I want to go see if there's any ale. And also yell, don't forget to message your mother tomorrow, Silrin.
Outside, as you're like walking up the front patio, Silver, you're.
I swear to God, Kuma. I swear to the Wild Mother.
Kuma, you forgot to call him Celery.
I ain't doing that.
Kuma, unfortunately, there is no ale in the basement, just wine.
Take the wine.
All right, cool. And last chance, last offer, last minute preparations.
I have a quick
Better doesn't
question.
need prep.
Does Mary call Silrin Celery again?
Did shout it out.
Well, she reminded Kuma to call you.
Yeah, no, she reminded Kuma. Did she say
I
it to
didn't
his
say
face?
it loud enough that Celerin may have heard it, but if he was outside, then
Okay.
Silverin, with a passive perception of 25, may have heard it.
Right. So, as long as it wasn't said to his face.
I think Mary knows how to poke the bear with a long enough pole that she's safe.
Yeah, but at this point, like between Lauren / Iblis, Silrin, and that one Arbiter guy, I think she's.
Why are people so sensitive about names? Jimmy still doesn't understand it. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Silvery sounds really endearing.
It does.
But anyways,
Kuma knows enough to not piss off the person who will heal him and bring him back from the dead if things go wrong.
yeah, you really shouldn't piss off Mary.
yeah.
No, Mary's the one who would loot Kuma and steal his stuff.
And then bring you back. Anyways, all right, that was the last offer, everybody. You all hunker down and go to sleep in your respective temporary quarters, soft blankets, soft pillows, soft beds, and wake up bright and early for a fresh new. And this is where we are ending the session, but when we come back next time, you're all going to go fight one aspect of Craven. Or
Oh, shit,
hopefully only
aspect.
one.
Oh no.
Players, thank you all very much for playing. Viewers, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves very much. Remember to drop a like, a follow, a subscription. All of that helps out our community to grow tremendously. And be sure to follow us on our Twitch channel as well. We will see you all next time. Goodbye.